KPS News with Momo and Diaz.
Kia ora and welcome to KPS News, Term 3, Week 3, Term 2, Week 2, 2021. Ko maumaho, ko Diaz Aho filling in for Taylor J. Welcome to our show. First up on the show we have two people from Room 2 reading.
How to be a woman or man on the moon. To be a woman or man on the moon, you must be extremely responsible and must never miss a day at work. You must prompt every morning. For the first part of your day, you will clean out the craters and make sure there's nothing left inside. This task must be done daily. Next, you will need to vacuum the moon. Unwanted dust is hard to sweep away. Keep moon tidy. Pick up the litter you drop. At approximately midday, the tourist ships from Earth will arrive. Occasionally, the tourists will need tours to see which crater they get to stay in. When this happens, be polite. Show the guests the different areas and tell them boring facts. When they get bored, entertain them. This means doing somersaults, handstands, high moon jumps, etc. This will take 2 hours. Soon, it will come time for the tourists to leave, so we sell them souvenirs. To sell souvenirs on the moon, you'll have to be good with money. There's no Wi-Fi, no internet banking. Add numbers in your head. When setting up your shop, remember to sell postcards, mugs, and small statues of the moon. You may also sell more interesting items. When dealing with people asking about aliens, pretend to tell the truth. No exaggerating. There are no aliens. Make sure they know aliens don't exist. We can't reveal their identity. Be responsible, be good with people.
When on the moon, you have to be extremely responsible, prompt each morning, and never miss a day at work. You also have to keep the moon spick and span. Some naughty astronauts consistently litter. They drop lolly packets and Coca-Cola cans all over the moon. But to keep the moon clean, you must vacuum to remove dust, dirt, and other dirty moony stuff. You also have to clean the craters daily and check there's no rubbish or dust every night before guests come and visit from Earth. After your visitors come rocketing up to the moon, you have to entertain them. Give them something to take pictures of, like the first flag ever placed on the moon or something like that. You might just do some gymnastics or breakdance. Sometimes it could take up to 2 hours if you're lucky. But occasionally, give them guided tours or take them to a special place and tell them facts about it. On the moon, you have to make good money. Maybe just set up a gift shop. But there is no Wi-Fi or internet banking, so you'll have to add the numbers up in your head. So you better be good at maths. But to make the moolah, you have to sell interesting stuff like postcards, pencils, mugs with the picture of the moon, or maybe just some small statues of the moon. Or you may decide to sell something a little more interesting. Hey, and if tourists ask about aliens, just tell the truth. Don't over-exaggerate and tell porkies. Just say aliens don't exist and make sure your tourists know aliens don't exist. In conclusion, you must be good with people and be very responsible.
That was awesome.
Yeah, totally.
Now we have a video from Room 4 with their Japan-inspired art. fantastic, you guys.
Awesome. Following on from that, we have the first of a number of Olympic-based items. First up is a Room 5 video showing them training for the Olympic events.
Whoa, that was cool.
I know, right?
Next up on the show, we have a video showing room 10 and 11 competing in the limbo and tiddlywinks Olympics.
Presenting room 11, it's Ella G. And finally, your gold medal won't say finalist. Your gold medal winner from room 11, it's Jada Brown. Right. Let's have our national anthem.
That was great.
Yeah, I agree. Right, while we're on an Olympic theme, here's some photos from Core 5 mini Olympics they held last week. Cool. Speaking of Olympics, our next video shows Grayson from room 18 with his granddad, Mr. Trask.
He won a gold medal for rowing eights at the 1984 Olympics.
Wow, that must have been amazing for room 18.
Yeah, apparently they were allowed to touch it.
For our next class item, we have some room 17 Firewise photos. Well done.
Yeah, was like being in a dark room full of smoke. Now we have some amazing Room 16 authors reading to us.
There is a blanket of snow covering the land. The lake is frozen solid. The icy cold air cuts my face. Frost bites my toes. I ran back in my warm house. Jack Frost comes out at night and he can turn the water cold water into ice. Jack Frost's hands are cold, and when Jack Frost gets angry, he makes a snowstorm. He is cheeky and he is hair is like a hedgehog, and he is all blue. He makes the trees all ice.
We made it out of pumice and sand to help the roots
You've got
grow.
to read what's on the script. On the script. You haven't got this, yet. Go.
That was cool.
Next up on the show, Miss Manal would like to thank the Room 19 Wet Day monitors for doing such a great job. Well done, you guys.
Yeah.
And Mr. Johnson would like to say, please stop stuffing rubbish down the deck gaps.
For our final class item, we have E-Team making cactus mix.
Okay, yeah, mix it in, tip them in, girls. Yep, 2 more. That one too, Giselle.
It's more easier with
Amazing.
Wow. We use pumice and sand to help the roots grow.
Does any class want an aloe vera plant?
Mrs. Kite would like to add a new feature to our show.
Each week, a student will read us a book review of one of their favorite books. This week, it's time for Room 4A.
Hi, my name is Ty, and I'm going to be reviewing a book about Down the Drain. You should read this book because it's cool, because the main character called Zack is a zombie who makes lots of new friends at his new school. Rating 5. Thanks.
That's one time. Now we have our Turmeric and Token super students.
This week's standout students are Corey from room 13, Harper from room 3,
Lexi from room 4, Kim from room 2, JD from room 16. Congratulations from 5 Sally and Mr. Silverman, you are all amazing students.
as well as the Turmeric and Tokens. We also have our Court Being Cool classrooms.
Room 1,
Room 6,
room 8,
Room 4A.
and room 12.
Remember, all of these class awards who have been selected are on display in the office area.
Now it's time for the brain teaser. Last week's brain teaser was
Oops, technical glitch.
Oops, technical glitch.
Last week's brain teaser was
What kind of room has no doors or windows?
the answer was a mushroom.
Those who got it right were Kelly and Tiffany from room 5.
Riley and Skylar from room 19.
Well done, all of you.
This week's brain teaser is
What's black, white, and blue?
This week's brain teaser is
What's black, white, and blue?
remember to put your answer in the container on the office counter. Have a go. Who knows? You could be right.
We have 3 new kids this week.
We want to welcome Jayla, Ponamu, and Dan, all from room 12.
Remember, if you see them around school, say hello to them.
Now it's time for the picture of the week.
Way to go, Miss Wright.
Now it's time for the YouTube feature. Now it's time for the shout outs. My first shout out goes to Izzy for helping us.
My first shout out goes to all my friends.
My second shout out goes to all the Year 6 people. Keep up with your good work. We hope you enjoyed your visit to Cover Intermediate.
My second shout out goes to the Maths people. We all hope you did well.
Well, that about wraps our show up for today. And remember, this is the one, the only news for you. Thanks for being an amazing audience.
Ka kite.
Kia pai tau rā.
Goodbye.